Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hi, you guys. I'm so super excited to give you this update about my tour procedure. So, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Treva, and I had gastric bypass originally in 2016. My highest known weight was 436 pounds. My surgery weight in 2016, was 421 pounds, and I currently Monday had the tour procedure, the transoral outlet reduction endoscopy. I had that procedure. If you see my straw, I am currently drinking a like iced kind of coffee thing that's sugar free. And so I have that with me because I'm trying to get my liquids in. I had that on Monday, endoscopy, and I am here to update you guys on that. Yay! Okay, so if you guys watched my last video, you know that my outlet from my stomach into my intestines was pretty large. I'm not quite sure the diameters. I can't remember what he said, where he said I was, but I know he said that I was about like a quarter and a nickel side by side. So that's how large my outlet was. And now I know from like reading my notes that they use like a 6mm balloon. So my outlet is now significantly smaller. My surgeon did say when he came out, he did say that my outlet was one of the largest that he had actually performed the procedure on, but that everything went okay. So I went in Monday. My procedure was supposed to be at 1:45, so I had to be there 2 hours early. So I had to be there at 11:45. I got there about 11:45. I got all checked in and situated. And unfortunately for me, normally I love to have my procedures at the beginning of the day. I like to be the first person in line, but I was not. And so, like many times in doctor's offices or hospitals, they were running behind. And so I ended up not having my procedure until after 3 o'clock. It was significant. They were significantly behind in the OR. But I had my procedure. After my procedure, everything went fine. You'll see I have a bruise on my, I don't know if you can see. Can you see my bruise? I have a bruise on my arm. So I am a hard stick. So they stuck me about 7 times to get my, what is your line? You know, they feed you fluids through my IV started. And so that was a little bit of a process. But once they got it started, it was good to go, you know. And so I went into the OR and they gave me general anesthesia. So I took a couple deep breaths. I started feeling like a little loopy. And then the next thing I remember is waking up in the recovery area. I had a little bit of pain at the beginning. The one thing I remember like my throat feeling like I couldn't swallow. And so I had a lot of saliva in my mouth. And so I asked the nurse if I could spit. And so she helped me with that process. And then shortly after that, I got really nauseous and I started dry heaving. That happened to me about maybe 4 times while I was still at the hospital in recovery, and then once on my way home. And then once I got home, I had to have somebody stay with me for 24 hours. So my sister came and stayed with me for 24 hours. I came up my steps and put my butt in bed. But I was able to like walk and get myself in the house and all that stuff. I took with me to the hospital because some of the people on my group chat had said that, you know, that the recovery people aren't always aware of what procedure you've had. And so they said, they offer you like juice and soda, which they did. They offered me juice and they offered me ginger ale. And I told them, no, that was okay. I couldn't have that. But I personally had brought my own Gatorade Zero. So I asked the nurse if she would look in my bag, which she brought my bag to me. And I grabbed my Gatorade Zero out and I sipped on that just a little. I think I had maybe 3 sips while I was at the hospital. And that was it. And so I came home, I got in bed and I slept. a few hours. I got up the next morning. I wasn't really in pain. I was able to walk around, but I was really, really tired. I was really, really tired. And I had a hard time, for me personally, I had a hard time, like, I was really winded. And so I kind of did that for the next day. I would like get up and I would go get me something to drink. I had Gatorade, I had pudding, I had several different things that I knew that I could have. And I had them all available for me, really close and easy to prepare. And so I did that for about a day. And then, so that was Tuesday. Wednesday, Tuesday night, my sister went ahead and went home because I only needed her 24 hours. So she went ahead and went home. And she called me throughout the night. And then Tuesday night, I was laying on my, my left side. And I had several moments where I felt like I couldn't get enough air in. And so I sit up, I took a few deep breaths, and I switched and I laid on my other side. I don't know about anybody else, but I know whenever, since I've had gastric bypass surgery, if I eat and then I go to sleep or something, if I sit up and drink something and then I lay back down, I don't normally lay on my left side because I find that I have a hard time. I do think I have a hiatal hernia, maybe. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that. It's like a little pocket where food and stuff can fit, like somewhere, wherever it is. I think I have that, and I think it's on my left side, so I normally tend to sleep on my other side. And so that's what I've been doing since then, and I've had like no problems or no issues. I did go back to the hospital. Well, I did call my surgeon because I was having a little bit of trouble on Wednesday, like really catching my breath at times. And so he gave me one of those, breathing things that you use after surgery. And so when I started using it, I was only at 1,500. And so since then, I've managed to get myself up to about 2,500. So I went to work finally on Friday. I stayed out of work just because I felt like, because I teach students who have autism. So at any given time, I can go having to chase a student down or something like that. And so I didn't want to be at work and not be able to stand or walk or whatever because I couldn't get enough air. So I went to work on Friday, which was yesterday, and it was a pretty good day. So I've done really good since then. I will say that being on full liquids is difficult for me. It's a little harder than I feel like it was the very first time, because this is why I feel like it's hard. When you first come out of gastric bypass surgery, your stomach has significantly shrunk. So like it's really significant, and you can sip and you know immediately that you're full. It's for real a process. And I feel like your stomach is so much smaller. It's just different. When you have this procedure, I feel like my stomach is still the size that it was. And so I'm having to retrain myself what enough is, right? Because before you have this procedure, your outlet is so large, or my outlet was so large, that when I would eat food, it would just go directly into my intestines. So I had a larger amount of space to put food in. And so now I'm having to, what I do is I measure out a cup, or I measure out like a cup and a half of soup or whatever broth or whatever I'm going to eat or drink. And I eat that, and then I stop. I stop. I don't wait for my brain to catch up. I don't wait for my stomach to say I'm full. I stop. And I wait then. And I find that when I stand or when I begin moving, I'm like, oh, like I can feel it. There it is. Like I am full. So I try not to consume more than a cup or more than like a cup and a half in a sitting. If I'm eating like something that's really, really brothy, like really, really light, that's not creamy, then I probably can consume about a cup to a cup and a half. If it's something a little thicker, like when I eat my pudding cups, I eat one little pudding cup and I'm good to go. I'm good to go. That does it for me. I will say that getting in enough liquids is still difficult, because I feel like when I do drink, like right now, when you come out of gastric bypass, you don't necessarily use a straw. So I got this and I went, and I was like, ooh, should I be using a straw? I didn't really know. but I've been doing fine with it. And I just make sure that I take enough in, and I make sure that I like kind of try and let as much air out before I swallow as I can, and it's been fine. But you know, it is a bit different from your gastric bypass. I will say, so I'm a scale person. I know, you know, being a gastric bypass a lot. Oh, this is getting really long. You know, when they tell you like not to watch the scale, and I have some waist beads, so I'll be putting my waist beads on soon. But I am a scale person, and I feel like in this process I need the scale, right? Because every day I went and I got my nails done today, and there was 5 guys beside me. I'm like, I like some French fries, and I'm like, I can't have no French fries. I'm like, I can't even have a healthy version, you know. I can't. And I think it helps to be able to see that I am losing a little bit of weight even now. And so I watch the scale, and it helps me every day to get up and say, stay the course, stay on your fluids, you know, drink. I will say that I have had a little bit of issue, TMI, with constipation. Wednesday was the first day I got all 90 grams of protein in, and I feel like I'm kind of paying for it because I didn't drink. I drank a lot of protein shakes, but I didn't have as much like Gatorade or water. And so I feel like I'm paying for that now. And so today my focus has been liquids, like get your liquids in, get more of the water, which hence why I have this. And drink your protein shakes, but just kind of save them for like when you need to feel full, or when I'm, you know, feel like a meal, then I'm going to eat that. But in between meals, I'm drinking. This is what I'm drinking. I'm also drinking a lot of Gatorade Zero, which I absolutely love. I love the cherry, and I love the lemon lime. The fruit punch, not as much, but the lemon lime and the cherry I do like quite a bit. So that is like a really super quick update in 12 minutes of my procedure, the tour. If you have any questions about it, feel free to post your question at the bottom. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys, I am here for you. I want to support anybody that's in the journey. Again, remember that like if things aren't going the way you want them to go, it's not your fault. Like, just find somebody that can be support to you and continue in the process. You will make it. We're gonna make it. Really quick update as far as my weight goes. When I got home from surgery, the next day I weighed. So I weighed Tuesday morning, and I was 304. And so today I weighed, and I am 296.6, I think 296.6. And so, you know, I have lost some weight, which is great. And I will continue to keep you guys updated on the process. And I have a meeting with my dietitian next week, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. Again, I am Treva. Thank you so much for subscribing to Little Me's channel. I hope you guys will continue to follow my journey, and I will continue to do my best to live life and inspire you guys as you guys continue to inspire me. Love you guys. Mwah!